Hopefully, this is it, guys. Hopefully, we are connected. I don't know if we are or we're not, but I'm telling you one thing, this is weird. This is so weird. Well, welcome to the Dear John Show, once again. And I look forward to you all being in here. I have no idea who is, who isn't, and I have no idea if this is even recording, because it's not giving me anything on the other side of the camera itself. I am beside myself today, to say the least, because this has not happened for a very long time. If anybody's out there, please give me a whisper. I need a whisper, fellas, girls. Just let me know you're out there. Good morning, Charlotte, and thank goodness somebody has turned up. Wow, I thought I was on my own here for the night. This is unbelievable. I've had to restart the video, of course. Hello, Thomas Hamilton, how are you? Thank you for coming in and joining in with our show. Lovely to see you here, Thomas. I was saying earlier on I have a poem from Aileen Figwater. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the second name right or not. Hello, Steve McCool. Thank you for letting me know it's recording, buddy. And Aileen is from Brooklyn, New York. I will read Aileen's poem in a few minutes. It's called I Am That I Am. And it's a lovely piece. I made it, Christine. I didn't make it the first time. This is the second attempt at recording. Oh my God. Hello, Diane. How are you? Lovely seeing you here too. Oh, Christine, I hope you've had a great week. I'm going to bring you in nearly almost straight away because I'm going to want someone on here with me. So I'm going to see if I can find you. Yes, it's in. Wow. Come with me, Christine. Save my day. It's been a mad day. It's been terrible weather over here as well. And we've had sleet, rain, snow, wind.
Oh,
freak.
darling, you're having such trouble.
Hello, what trouble I've had, Christine.
Yeah, whatever's going on.
My middle name, Trouble.
What was happening? Was it some sort of connection problem or something?
I have data. I've got 20 gigabytes, which is more than enough for the month for me, really and truly. I know I do the shows and that, but it doesn't use up that much data. So I've got 20 gigabytes of data for the month, and I sometimes have 9 or 10 left over at the end of the month. Because I don't do YouTube video and all that stuff. It's very seldom I go to the videos. So there's not much data used off on Facebook. You use very little on Facebook. If you look, if you used 5 gigabytes in a month, 7 days a week on Facebook. But today, up to the last minute, I'm pulling, no hair left to pull out. I'm on scalp at the minute. I really
darling.
It's been absolutely horrific and horrendous. I've had a terrible time. Really terrible time.
Yeah, we've got you now.
Oh, you've got me
now. That's
Thank
important.
goodness we've got you as well. Thank God. The backup is here. The posse has arrived.
I'm here, darling. I was waiting for you.
And again, I've got to go see the doctor, Christine. I'm forgetting things so easily lately. I'm in the middle of doing
Tell me about it.
and then I forget about it. Then I send you poems, and I have no idea what I've sent you. And when I go back to my email, I'm terrible with technology. I go back to my email, and what happens? I cannot find the email. I don't know where.
Join the club. We're all
what is it? Oh yeah, well, I mean, there is hope, I suppose.
Not but then there's always the element of surprise for you then on the show, which is lovely, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I love the element of surprise. Yes, I couldn't do it without it, Christine. I need a surprise. I love surprises. So I know you've got a few for us tonight, but I'm not just going to have you here just for the poetry. I mean, I'm going to have you here for a while. We'll just have a little chat and that, and we'll find.
Oh dear.
We'll find somebody inside of the names that are up here on the screen on the opposite side of the screen. We'll find people in there. Somebody to come in. If somebody wants to come in and read one of the poems with us, I think Alexandra Rodriguez is going to try and send a request and see if she's going to come in onto the show and do. And I would love to have Alexandra. And again, the same. I have to go back to this guy because I love him to bits. He's one hell of a life story. Hank Buchner. He's a life story on legs, this guy. Absolutely, from his youth right through to where he's practically not standing now because he keeps falling down. He's what you may call it. I would love to have Hank on because I could put Hank on at the start and go and have a brew and do everything I want. I could do my laundry and come back then, and Hank could still be holding the crowd.
He's got a good speaking voice as well.
He has a
He's got a lovely speaking voice.
Yeah. I love it. He sends me. Have you come across this Reverend Bookman?
No, I
He
haven't.
does a story called The Reverend Bookman. And it's his own name as in Buchman, yeah, but he calls it Bookman. And he narrated this story. And sometimes he'll come along out of the blue and he'll pop one up in writing onto my poetry page. And I love going for it. And he's been very good with his timing lately. He's putting them up at night. So I get them
Right.
just before I go to sleep. So once I get that link, I can go and get the audio and put the phones in.
Yeah,
And I go
yeah.
to sleep listening to the Reverend Bookman. But I love
Yes,
his
he's got a lovely
voice and the
sonorous bass voice.
tone is brilliant. Yeah, his tone is perfect.
Yeah.
So what was your week like?
A sonorous bass, very sonorous bass voice.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh yes. I'd sit in the bar with Hank all night.
Yeah.
I would. He'd get no drinking done. That'd be the good thing. I'll drink for him. I'll have his lot.
Yeah.
5 gallons, please. So, how was your week?
Very good, thank you. I've been on school holidays this week, so it's been a lovely week of pleasure
Oh, well, so
and
you've had
party,
lots.
as usual here.
Yeah, so you've had lots of rehearsal, I take it, yeah?
No, we've had, I've been on a week's holiday, as I say, just staying at home, but it's school
Yeah.
half term. So I've had friends round, we've been cooking lots of food together and just having a general nice time. Lots of parties, as always in Berlin.
Ooh, my God, how you
Party.
half live? I love it.
It's a good life, it's a good life.
I was on a school job last night actually. I was on it's a community school, blah 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 blah. And it's a Jewish community. And it's the only place the only centre I like to work at in this Jewish community. I'm not saying I don't like the Jews. I don't. It's very hard working at the other ones. It's a long-standing job. It's 12 to 14 hours on a gate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's very vigilant. You got to be so vigilant on it. And last night I'm standing there, and it's a funny job because it's so under threat. There's a threat there all the time from other parts of the communities, and we're standing guard. I mean, there's one of us. We don't know how many is who the threat is from, but it's only one of us. And I'm standing there, and a lady had come in with her 2 children in the car. It was about 8 o'clock-ish last night, 8 p.m. And I thought, it goes to the window and says, you're not bringing the children to school. No, she said, to the pool. I said, on the Saturday, because that's a holy day. You're bringing them yeah, they can have the pool. They're having the pool today. So let's her go in anyway. She goes in. But there's these two girls standing just on the hillside. And they're about 17, 18 years old. And they're looking at each other and they're looking at me and I'm thinking, this is getting very suspicious here now. I'll have to say something. And I goes to them and I says, girls, are you okay there? And he said to me, we're looking for Mark. I said, Mark? She said, the guard. I said, I'm the guard, John. Ended up, one of them is into music. Yeah? And she started talking. And she told me about her music. Byrd something, B-Y-R-D something. And while I'm standing at the gate, I looks it up to see, are these two just taking the pee or are they serious? And I looked it up and there she was, large as life. Keyboard. She writes music. She writes songs to music. She's involved with other musicians in other countries around the world. I thought, how old are you? I'm not sure if she said 17 or 18. But I was intrigued now. I thought, hold on a second. I'll introduce her to the group next week when I get her onto the show, yeah? But
Lovely.
she Facebooked me last night. She Facebooked me. I was telling her about our poetry show and everything else. Rosanna is her name. Lovely kid, absolutely lovely kid. And it just shows you're in the street, Christine. You don't know who you're going to meet. You really and truly don't. Wrong place, right time.
Yeah, if you're open for it, you can meet anybody anywhere. You really can.
Yes, just a friendly face, and it can happen. But as I said, she was looking for the guard that was supposed to be on. I done his shift because he couldn't make it to work yesterday. He ended up there for 14 bloody hours. Though.
God. Yeah, that's hard.
And it rained as hard as it possibly could yesterday. It just did not stop. I had no
Oh, horrible.
umbrella or anything else. I was a drowned rat when I got home last night, Chris. Really and truly
Typical
was.
Brit. Yeah, it rains for hours on end at every Britain. It
Even
really
my
does.
boots were half filled.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh
that's
well.
not why I love life, Christine, because there is no direction in it whatsoever. Just go with the flow. It's like a river
Yeah,
meandering down, isn't it? Just go with the tide.
it is.
Keep going.
It is.
Don't be the salmon and swim against it.
Yeah, lovely.
What have you got for me tonight? Go on. We'll give them a
Well,
bit of poetry.
they're all love poems today, of course, because we're coming up to Valentine's Day on, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah. So
Wednesday,
they're
isn't
all love poems. It's Wednesday, it probably is, yes. So they're all love poetry tonight, all 5 of them. I've got 5 to read.
it? Ooh.
So I'd like to start with one from Livia York from Australia and read
Oh,
hers
is
first.
this the one, Glenn?
Yes, it
Wow.
is.
Do you know,
Yeah,
I spoke to her. She's not long over, as we know, from the operation
the
she's had.
operation. Yeah,
And
yeah,
she's recovering day by day. And it was lovely to see her come in, and she sent me a message. And I was delighted with myself because I love Livia. She's a lovely lady.
yes,
And
she is.
I said to her, I said, you're going to send us a Valentine's poem. You're going to send us a little love poem. And I know you can write them. And she told me she had nothing. Well, that was for 20 minutes, you know. She had nothing.
Yeah, no, she
And
done
then
it. Yeah,
I got this one in the post box, and I thought, excellent. So I sent that as soon as it arrived in my box, I sent it straight off to you. And no, I didn't attach it, did I? Is that the one
no,
I
you
didn't
forgot to
attach?
attach. Yeah, you
I
forgot to
sent you
attach.
the email, didn't I? I forgot to put the
You did.
poem on. It's a
Never
good job
mind. We
you
got it in the
emailed me
end.
back.
Don't
Oh,
worry, John. The dementia's setting in. It's getting to all of us. Don't worry,
it's
love.
okay. I'm gonna be a carer. Who's gonna care for me?
We'll all care for you. All your
I
Facebook
know
friends will
you
care for
do. Heartbreakers.
you. Yeah. So here we go. This is her poem, Livia's poem, and it's called A Man Called Glenn. I love a man who's tall and handsome, strong, but not wild, a nature's gentleman who can restore my faith when I am sad and fill my life with magic sounds. I first saw you in my dreams, long ago when I was lonely. Strawberry kisses you did bring and danced with me when I craved for you to hold me. We danced to the beating of our hearts. We sang of love and our romance. The days we held each other tight will be forever etched within my mind. So proud to say that I am yours. Don't ever think I will forget you. And when all is said and done, you are my man, my joy for living, my soul, my mate, my destiny. I love you more than I can say. My smile is just for you, until my life will say when I am your wife. You are my husband, Glenn.
You know, I love it. I read it. I read it a couple of times the other night. And do you remember the video song of the rewrite that I done of Snowbird or something? And she sang it on the thing. And that's the only time I've ever seen
Yeah,
Glenn. I've never had
yeah,
communication. What a lovely looking gentleman. What a real gentleman type.
yeah,
Sitting there at the keyboard. I know, Glenn, you get handpicked. I know, mate. You can see that from here. But however, that is a beautiful part. It's a lovely tribute to pay to your husband, to a lover,
yeah,
or whatever. It's absolutely beautiful. And to
yeah,
say the words so genuinely out straight. When she speaks of Glenn, and she tries to include Glenn in conversations, yeah? And he is her oyster. He is the pearl from inside the oyster. He really and truly is. They're a lovely couple, the two of them. They do everything together, Christine. And this is the stuff we write poetry about. You know, it
exactly.
is realistic. It does really happen in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's great
Sweet.
to hear it's great to hear it's somebody that you know that it's happening with.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
yeah,
lovely.
exactly. And perfect for a Valentine's show, isn't it?
Hey, do you know what we need to do as well? We need to say belated happy birthday to Carlos Gomez. You know
Oh, has he got a
Carlos? Yeah.
birthday? Right.
I didn't know till this morning. His birthday was on the 10th. Today is the 11th. Yeah, it was on the 10th. And I just seen it in the news feed as I was browsing through the news feed. early this morning. I was like, oh my God, I've missed Carlos's birthday. And he played a YouTube. He put a new YouTube up the other day, a new song. And you know, up to before I started the show, I remembered what the name of it was. See, that's what I mean. It'll come
Now
back
you've
to me.
forgotten.
It'll come back to me when I'm going to sleep tonight. You know, and I'll have to come back on and say that's what it was. Uh, and he played it, and I was thinking to myself, I would love to be able to actually put it on the phone link in the show, but I
Yeah,
can't because it's an after recording situation. Oh,
yeah,
we can't win either way,
yes.
Christine.
No, especially we're not technical junkies. That's the thing. We need to be
This is the
geeks to be.
problem. Yeah, we need to hire somebody.
Yes, you do. I think you do definitely.
I'm not going down that road.
No, okay.
Oh, right, go
Well,
on.
I've got one here, John, but I don't know who this person is. The only initials I've got are BKF.
Do you
Is
know,
the author.
I wrote it down and I forget exactly what the name is because I didn't keep the page in the
Maybe the
book.
person, maybe the person just wants to be known as BKF, but I don't know who
That's
it
it. That's all
is.
they do. In every poem that they write, the name is at the top, of course, but on the bottom is where they sign off. So in the
Yes.
groups when it's posted, this was another one posted in the group. In the group that was posted, his name was on the top, and I wrote it down, but I never kept it.
Hmm.
Uh, and
Okay.
it's every poem is signed off just with initial, yeah.
Yeah. So it's BKF, and I think it's a man, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Yeah. So, and this one's called Flickering Candles. It's another lovely love poem. Flickering candles, nuances of shimmering light play across my beloved's face. Skin soft and gleaming, eyes open, focusing softly, smile hinting along her lips, soft as silk, yet luscious. Warm beauty pulling me to her, I see a millennium of time searing my soul, searching endlessly, finding the beacon of love she has just for me. Her love is a bastion, my contentment and serenity, mirrored and shared, staccato breathing, sharing our love, safe together again, in this the newest of many incarnations. I have loved you through many lives, my white rose. I have found you. It will always be you, my chérie.
Wow, wow. Do you know,
Nice, huh?
there's a beautiful warm feeling from that one, isn't there? I can
Yeah.
picture a table in a one-person restaurant and the flowers in the can. That's absolutely beautiful. That is. There's the
Mm,
imagery in it just from the expressions of the words they use. It's absolutely powerful, totally
yeah.
powerful.
Very,
Yeah,
very beautiful.
we got a good crowd of the hands back that are here each week. I'm just going to call a
Yeah.
few names. Yeah,
Yes, of
we got
course, yes.
Marna Dupree Badrow, Vandita Darney, Paul Sebastian, Diane Reid Burgess, Janice Fisher, Timothy Payton, whom we had last week, Charlotte is in there, and I know there's another few that's gone above me, and I just don't have the. I'd have to go all the way back to the top to get them all back in. And Daz Lockyer,
Yeah.
is a security lad that I've worked with for a few years. Great bloke, absolutely
Okay.
brilliant bloke. He's a bodybuilder, and I mean he bodybuilds. He's not 6'10" or anything. He's about 3'7". I'm only joking, Daz. No, the what you make out, Daz has popped in. He pops in now and again, and we have a new gentleman here this week, Christine, Thomas Hamilton. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's in here as well. He's he's from Timothy's following. Yeah, and Timothy
All
brings
right.
a great
Yes.
following
Yeah.
to us. Uh, do you know we had so many poems for the love poetry that had come in,
Mm,
and there's no way we would
mm.
have been able to get through the whole lot. There's not a chance. And I mean, we will bring them on to next week's show on that. It's Valentine's Day every day. I don't understand this
Yes.
14th of February stuff. Good God, if you're in love, man, be in love. Not just on the 14th.
Every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
every day. Take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah. Quite. Quite.
Oh yeah.
Well, the next one I've got is also a flowery poem, and this one's called Love in Bloom, and it's from James F. Cunningham. Yeah? So, Love
Yeah.
in Bloom. Her beauty came from above, asleep in a bed of roses. I'm sorry, I've made a mistake. Let me do that again.
Mhm.
Her beauty came from above, asleep in a bed of red roses that symbolize our true love. For me, the image transposes. Smell the fragrance of flowers that is beautifully displayed. The soft scent lingers for hours. Each one was carefully laid. She exudes her inner beauty. It's ingrained deep in her soul. She has a strange sense of duty. In essence, she made me whole. She's the queen of my forever. She taught me all about love. Our life is wonderful endeavor. We were blessed by God above. I call her the perfect flower, my beautiful rose in bloom. She gets lovelier by the hour. She's asleep in our bedroom.
Wow. Listen, I'm going to have to take some hints out of some of these poems, Christine. I'm gonna have to put some of those words in my head. I really and truly am. And I'm gonna be a bachelor forever. You know?
Oh, no. No, you're not. Not with the way you write romantic poetry. Your poetry is beautiful.
Oh, that, oh my
You wait till I
goodness.
do the last one. Wait till I do the last one, then you'll see.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I know where this is going. I
You
do, I
do.
do, I do. I do.
I think you do.
Oh my God. Wow. Careful what you wish for, John.
Yes, be careful. Might come back to you. Haunt you in your dreams.
Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is a gorgeous poem, that is. Like again, I love going through the groups, Christine. I love going through the groups because like, you don't know what's going to come up to you. You don't know
No.
what's going to jump out off the page. And as I said, a long time, and many, many times I've said it, when you get past the first 2 to 4 lines, you're not going to stop reading because you need the last lines. You're not going to stop
Mm,
reading. And Jim's
mm.
one, as soon as I read Jim's one, it reminded me of some of the stuff I've said in some of my poetry. Not in the same way, but in the same terms, trying to put the same message into the
Same
box.
vein. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just loved when I read Jim's one, and I thought, I've got to do this. And it's
Very
getting
nice.
easier now to communicate with the poets. When I write to them now and ask for permissions, I'll always ask for permissions to do the poem. Uh,
Yes, of course.
Because I don't want anybody thinking we're just taking poetry and reading it out. We're not. We're asking
Mm,
them, do they want to be platformed? Would they like the poem heard by others? Because every
yeah.
one of us, you read it on your side, Christine, you've got a friends list the size of your friends list. Your friends can hear this poem. My friends list, whoever wants to listen, can hear the poem. Yeah? And it reaches a bigger, broader band of people than we can within our own little box of friends. Yeah? And that's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Somebody wants a nice little message sitting down. And I mean, that's a lovely message for anybody to receive.
It is. Yeah. It is. Very lovely. So now I'm going to do one of my own, if I may,
Oh, yes,
if that's okay.
if you may.
Also a love poem,
I'd be disappointed
and
if you
it's
didn't.
called. Well, throw in the odd one now and again. Okay. This one's called As I Travel Homeward. As I travel homeward, through the window of the train I am warmed again. Vibrant red-orange glow of setting sun begins to hide from me behind the great western moor. Silently, the river reflects with me this evening as I travel homeward. I remember the touch of your hand, your lips, the taste of you in my mouth, the warmth of your love for me. Another station lengthens distance between us as I travel homeward. The moor looms distant now, a rough, dark silhouette on the horizon, rough as your chin stubble which has grazed me with kissing, beautifully rough and warm and red glowing. Sun-tinged, the moor glows with me this evening as I travel homeward.
You know, Christine, whoa, wow. You've got to tell us where this trip took place, girl. You gotta tell the whole story. You can't leave it at that. We're intrigued now.
Oh, the Yorkshire Moors, to be honest.
My God,
The Yorkshire Moors.
even to the description of the
Yeah.
story. God.
Did you like that simile?
I loved, that was a beautiful line. That was a beautiful
Thank you.
line to put in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. One day you'll have
I'm
to tell
glad.
us the story of the train trip. I remember I done a poem about 3 years ago. Oh God, I'm terrible with names, Christine. I am. Even my own poet, I can't remember the names. And I had done this poem, and it started off to be a love poem, and was love at first sight. It was a love at first sight poem, yeah. And a couple meet on the train, yeah. And it's between a place called Dublin and Castlebar in Ireland. I just rambled along doing this poem, and of course, I write deeply, and the deep took over the poem. I remember after about 6 days, I had this all set up. It was already written in the book, and I'd left. And after about 6 days, I'm flicking through the book. I hadn't put it up on the page or anything else. I hadn't typed it up. And I goes to the book, and I'm reading through the poems. And as I'm reading through them, I comes across this one. God, I can't remember the name of it. And as I'm reading, I'm thinking to myself, where were you going with this, John? And it started off from a lovely romantic meeting to the development of a relationship. And I read it to Sandra, and she said, there you go again. I'm dead again, she said. You've killed me off.
You keep doing this,
There
don't
you
you?
go again. Another one.
Oh,
Starts off beautiful, and you kill me.
poor old Sandra. She has a hard time with you, doesn't she?
That's really, I didn't realise.
Well,
Oh
now,
my
just to
God.
make you realize, you've probably forgotten, but I asked you if I could read another one of yours. So the next one is your poem, one of your poems.
You did. And Christian, I thought that was last week.
No, it's
You
this
done it last
week.
week, didn't you? I know which one you're
I
going
did
to do now. You're going to kill me with this one,
last.
you know this, don't you?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm doing my
Oh,
best.
well, it's a kind way to die.
Can you remember which one it is? Can you remember which one I'm doing?
It's gotta be one of two. Uh, if
Okay.
we're on the romantic side of things, yeah. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
either Beyond the Dream or Beyond Love.
Nope.
It's not.
Wrong.
Both are wrong.
Wrong.
God.
Eternal Lock. Eternal
Eternal
Lock.
love.
That's the one that I found and asked you if I could read because I think it's
Well,
absolutely beautiful.
I am totally surprised, and I probably most likely answered your question. And wow, Eternal Love. I only
Yes.
found that one after such a long time, after such a long while. I only found it the other night in a memory, and I thought
Mm,
I'm gonna put it up because it's coming up to Valentine's, of course. Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Christine, wow.
And I read it and I thought it was lovely. So
I'm burning.
great. I shall make you burn even more, baby.
Oh my God.
Sit back and relax.
I'm gonna sit back and relax and listen to this one. Yeah.
Do. So for everybody on the show, this is our beautiful John Kavanagh and his poem called Eternal Lock. May I lay beside you for an hour, so that I might hold you close and feel that security of bonded love. Let me listen to your gentle, dreamy sighs, which tell of the contentment in all we are. And let me feel the music of your heartbeat and its rhythmic pulsing, so that my heart may dance to each blissful throb. Will you walk beside me and not speak a word, that I might listen to your silent thoughts, which say, "Love, you have found me, because this is what I have sought." Let me wallow in the joy of your deepest thoughts, that I might learn to keep pace with your stride, and walk beside you in the dark and the light of cloudy days and moonlit nights. Will you look into my eyes, so that I may see into your soul, that I may be burned by your deepest inner beauty of eternal flame, that I might lavish upon my own soul the fruit of your everlasting passion, that I may honour your chastity in the conformity of your love. And let me drink the nectar of your scent each time we embrace to say good night. May I be the fruit of your passion and the sustenance of your every waking moment. And may I be the twin flame which burns you as we fuse into soulful, eternal lock. And may I be the rock upon which you might build your mortal dreams of rose gardens, in the honour of spending our golden age, hand in hand, in preparation for our forever togetherness.
Wow, Christine, you've blown me away, girl. Absolutely
Well, you
blown.
don't get much more beautiful than that, John.
I
That's a
don't.
stunning poem.
Oh, I remember when I wrote that poem, when I sat down to write the poem, and I was trying to do something outside of my own type of genre, yeah? And could I do it, could I not do it? And I wrote Eternal Lock. And I never say I like my poetry, I don't like my poetry. I leave that to other people. But Eternal Lock, I enjoyed the feel of. It was like I was chasing something I longed for in life. And I was chasing it, and I was putting it down to the way I would love it to be. That's exactly how it came out of my head, yeah. And it's the.
I loved it. Sorry, I missed that, John. You're breaking up a bit here.
I'm bright. It must be my end
I can see
because
you,
mine
but
has
you
been
just
all
broke,
over the
the
place.
text just broke.
Yeah, the what you may call it. When I wrote it, it's the great fantasy hope for reality that you can reach most of the stuff that's in there, and you do. You just don't realize you have all of these things. You're just not giving it the time it needs. You're not putting your efforts into it. Your efforts are in everything else. Then one day you sit down and there's nobody there, and you think, "Damn, I didn't take any notice."
Mm, yeah.
Wow, strange
I know
things.
it's a little out of your genre, isn't it? Because you love to write rhyming poetry more, don't you, really?
Yeah,
So
I'm very, very much a rhymer. 3 poems in total I've done that have no rhyme. In all the
yeah.
poetry I've done, three I've done non-rhyming. But again, being in very strange places and very strange mood, and then to hear them read the way you've read that one now,
I hope you enjoyed it.
it doesn't represent the mood I was in. Do you know what I mean? On that particular day, the mood,
Interesting.
the mood of the poem was totally different to the mood that I was actually in. Absolutely crazy. Totally,
Yeah.
totally crazy. I had a very distant day on the day I wrote that one, and yet the
Right.
poem is so close. It's an
It's so
opposite.
deep. Yeah. It's so
Strange.
deep and so full of love
Yeah,
and very much a Valentine's poem, I thought. So
must be
yes.
feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah. Sorry?
I must have been feeling sorry for myself.
Oh, it didn't come across like that to me at all. To me, it just came
No,
across as
on that day.
just came across to me as an absolute love poem, for someone you love. Just very great depth, and yeah, so completely different.
It's great that it's great hearing that kind of feedback from yourself, Chris. To hear feedback like that, because like I said, it's not my genre. I'm deep, and I usually
Yeah,
kill people off. They usually die at the end, like they go
yeah.
off to heaven or something. Do you know what I mean?
In this,
They earn their wings. That's usually the
in
end of
this,
my poem. But this time it was for mortality this time instead of eternity.
yes,
With the
yes, it was
plan for
definitely.
eternity. It hasn't come yet. We're on the way.
That was lovely. I loved it. I thought it was
Oh,
very beautiful.
Christine, you read it beautifully for me. Thank you. The one
Okay.
I've got from Alien. I am that
Yeah,
I am. I would have loved to send this to you, but I didn't want to inundate you with everything because you had more than enough on your plate. And the only reason I said I would read this one myself is it's neutral. It's a very neutral poem. Yeah?
mm,
I'm just hoping I can read it with the justice it deserves because this is a lovely, lovely poem. I'll actually type this up later and I'll send it to you to have a read for yourself in your own mind because no matter whose mind, voice will read this, it will be different and the same at the same time to all. It won't matter what voice goes to this poem. You couldn't unread it type of stuff, yeah? It's absolutely I
yeah.
love this piece. I got started on this one. I am that I am. it is called. Christine, if this audio goes funny, just say something and let me know, yeah? Please.
Okay, love, yeah.
Thank you. I am the vein that travels within the petals of a red rose. I am the early summer breeze that blows gently over the fresh green meadow. I am the bridge that joins the two giant mountains together. I am the bird that sits on your window ledge and stretches its wings as you innocently smile. I am the tall stack tree, which many have called home. I am the path of summer, of shimmers within the sunlight. I am the fish that swims in your rivers and oceans. I am the touch of your mother's loving arms as she carries you back home. I am the brightly coloured fruit that bursts in your mouth, sweet and sour juices. I am the laughter of children that swing from the apple tree on an old black rubber tire. I am, that I am, and much more. I am always and forever more here in you. I am the very first step that men took on the moon. I am the lion that gains the respect of the jungle. I am the ballerina that perfectly dances on her tippy toes to the melody tunes of the violins. I am infinite space through time. I am that I am.
Great.
That's a lovely
Yes.
piece. There's
Great.
so much in there. Time and space. Time, man-made. Space, its own creation. Two opposites again. It's like high, low, dark, bright. Everything is an opposite. And we put a time of 24 hours because we have a moon. So we have a 24-hour cycle. Jupiter will have some different one, and Mercury something else.
Yes.
Again, all man-made calculations. Nothing whatsoever to do with space. Space has already been there, Christine, hasn't it?
It has,
It's always
yes.
been there. And it's whether it retracts or it extracts or it goes out and it opens or it closes. It's always there. I love the depth of this one, this particular
Yes.
piece. And
Great.
maybe because
Great
I write
work.
deeply myself, I can relate to these kind of poems more personally than some others. But like I said, I love all poetry.
Yeah.
Alexandra, thank you very much. I'm delighted you enjoyed that poem. And I hope, Alien, you enjoyed the poem as well. And I hope I gave it some justice for you. Thank you very much, Tracy Woodhead. They're all in now talking. Do you know, Christine, the development of everybody chattering has been absolutely brilliant. I've got a message from Alien. Oh my God, you read this poem so beautifully. Alien,
There you go.
thank you so, so much. I'm absolutely so appreciative of that. Wow, I'm glad I'm not just starting off on my first week. You know, I've got to mention Dwayne Leon Rankin. What a show he put on last night. And I missed it because I was on the Jewish community working last night. So I missed the live show. And my phone kept telling me, you've been invited to Dwayne's show because I have the notification on to tell me when he's going live. And if I don't reply to the live, and I can't get to the phone because it's in the cabin, binging, I'm outside on the gate, and I can't get to the phone. And when I got back last night, I got in was in Manchester, from Manchester back to Warrington. I got back about 10 after 12, 12:15 when I got home last night. And I was off my feet, and as soon as I opened up Facebook, there's this line of Dwayne Leon Rankin has gone live. There's a case load of it, Not from Dwayne, but from Facebook reminding me all the time that I've missed it.
Oh God.
Oh my God. But I've listened to the show. Lovely reading and a good selection of poets as well he had on last night. I don't know if you've seen last night's show.
I didn't see this one, no. I'll have to get the recording. I missed it last night because I was busy with friends. So.
These were all munching and lunching and drinking the wine. I know.
Absolutely.
That's what you call a good night.
Well, that's what holidays are for, isn't it?
Of course
To
they are,
enjoy yourself.
to enjoy, Kristen. We build memories through them, don't we? We build memories through them.
I have no trouble enjoying myself, John.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. But like I said,
Uh, Alexandra was asking me the other night. See, Alexandra, this is odd, Christine. Maybe you understand it, but I don't. Alexandra can go live on Facebook on her own camera, yeah? And she will do exactly as we do, and she'll speak to people live Facebook. But when she comes to the show, that little camera I keep telling you about doesn't turn green. It stays grey, which means I cannot connect and bring her in the way I bring yourself in, or Marna, or Timothy. I can't bring her in because it's not there.
Strange. I'm afraid I'm the wrong person to ask, John. I'm a technical nerd. I mean,
Yeah,
completely useless.
I'm useless at it too, and that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how it's happening for some, and it's not happening for others. Plus,
Yeah.
she's gone live. The same happened with Hank. Hank went live.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't
But you couldn't get
come
him either.
live. We couldn't connect. And it
I
can't be
don't
down
know.
to the iPhone because I think it was Richard Geyer. Rich, I'm worried about Rich. Haven't seen Rich in a long time, since the last time we had him on. Rich started his own show and then stopped. I haven't seen him
Oh,
since.
okay.
Yeah, and then stopped. It was
Don't
a
know.
show. I think he'd done 2 shows. Excuse me, he'd done 2 shows and then he stopped. And I thought, wow, why do
I,
that?
I I've not seen any of his shows, so I don't know. I know of the name, but I've not seen any of his work, so I don't know what's
And
happening. But
I've not seen any of his work either. It's like
mm,
he's just stopped. I know people take a break and step back.
he's probably had a pause. Yeah,
Usually they
yeah,
let you know, like give you a hint. I'm gonna step back for a minute.
yeah.
Hello, Ed Clinton. How are you? How's Ireland? Ed lives in Ireland. We all grew up in the one area in James Street in Dublin.
Oh,
All
right.
around
Okay.
Guinness's Brewery, would you believe?
Yeah.
Do you know, I sometimes miss waking up in the mornings to the smell of the hops
Yeah.
when they're getting brewed, Christine. And on one end of the street in James Street, we had Guinness. And when you went into the town centre, you had Beauty's Coffee. So you had the coffee
All
at
right.
one end. And right in the
Coffee
middle,
and
right in the middle, we got Crucified, the Liffey.
oh,
And it stunk like hell, just like it says in the song. And the Liffey has it stunk like hell, yeah? And it does. Oh my God, it hums something terrible right through the city centre. It is absolutely
yeah.
horrific. And it sails
I'd
on.
forgot. I'd forgotten all about that brewery smell till you just mentioned it. You know, it's my childhood. Sometimes I experienced it, but completely forgotten what it smelled like. You just brought
When,
back the smell to my memory.
yeah, when they roast the hobs, when the hobs get roasted. Do you know, Christine, we had the biggest rats in the world, I swear to God. They carried haversacks on
Yeah.
their backs. They were absolutely, and I swear to God, you couldn't make it up. We had rats that big. They used to stagger, and they would have to walk in at the wall of the brewery to to keep their balance, and they'd stagger out. But by God, they were big rats. Men
Stone drunk.
were absolutely gone,
Drunk,
really, truly,
drunk
totally gone.
rats.
You were not allowed to kill a rat in the brewery. You could lose your job, and many men lost their jobs for killing the rat coming out of the vat, because in the
There's a
vats,
poem.
yeah, there's a poem in itself.
There's a poem for you. Yeah,
Many
get that one
poems.
out.
But they used to go into the vats, and at the very end of the
That's
vat where you could not clean, the rats would clean. They'd eat all the stuff out, yeah? And then they put the lime in to just wash off any infection, yeah? But the rat was not allowed to be killed. It was sacred for Guinness at the time. I'm
all
sure it's
right.
all changed now. They're probably killing them day by day now. But, but I mean, I
I can
miss.
just imagine you writing a poem now about the rats in the vats, the drunken rats in the vats. That's going to be the next one, I think.
Oh God, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I have no time to write a poem anyway. We got to think of the show. You got to think of the show. You know this.
Yes, I do.
Hello,
You've
Shirley
got two
Chaplin.
shows.
Nice to see you in, darling. Yeah, all the crowd is in now, Christine. They're all here with us, each and every single one
Good,
of them.
lovely. And you've got another show coming up on Thursday, haven't you?
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that actually. Thursday, I have a show coming out. Oh God, Christine, do you remember the name of it? No.
Not offhand, no.
What's on your mind?
I've
I said, what's
forgotten
on
as
your
well.
mind? Yeah?
That's it. Yeah. That's
What's
it.
on your mind? Now, what's on your mind? This is a wide open show. This is, by the way, this is not associated. This is the other John. It's not their John. Yeah? This would be John,
Yes.
just being John. And it's what it's for anybody who has a problem on their mind, has a disagreement, an argument, whatever. Get it out there. And that's what we'll do. We'll talk about the differences.
Yeah.
And whether the other person replies or doesn't reply is irrelevant. It's immaterial. Get your say in. The only thing you won't be doing is, I don't mind the odd word coming in that will come in when people are angry, but it will be tamed. And I will become the moderator, we'll say, yeah, in between the whole thing. So it'll be a moderator type of thing, yeah? And go and say what you got to say, what you're disappointed with, whether it's in Facebook or anything. I got this idea, Christine, from weeks and weeks of reading through Facebook, of people complaining about many, many different things in Facebook that they got involved with and became disappointed with and felt like they were robbed or they were taken for the ride anyway. They weren't very happy people in the thing itself. So I thought, open up the frame, give a platform, and let people say, let's have a name and shame type of situation. You can't go out there and just mug somebody for their money because you want to go forward somewhere and then leave them high and dry on the other side. You can't do that. If you're with someone and you're doing something with them, do it with them. You don't just drop them when it's all over and done with. Well, that's my belief. You don't just drop them and leave it be at that. You've been on a journey, for God's sake. Carry on the journey until its actual end. Don't just cut it because you want to walk. No, you can't do that. But I really want to get people to get it off their minds. It's no use carrying this stuff inside of us because the only one that gets poisoned is the person that's carrying it. And we'll poison ourselves. Get it out there. No one knows where it's going to go, how it's going to develop, because it's going to be one of those shows that will just develop itself. It goes or it doesn't go. I'm just gonna try it, Christine, and see what happens.
Go with the flow, as you say.
Yes,
Go with the flow.
go with the flow. Just let the river meander and lie back. Make sure you bring your life jacket though. Just in case. I'll have envelopes coming through my letterbox and emails coming through my email box for months to come. I'll be getting sued right, left, and centre. Watch.
You probably will.
It's okay, Kristen. I've got nothing for them to sue me for. So they can come and have a cup of tea while they sue me. Stand in the bay and have a beer.
That's the spirit, John. That's the
Exactly,
spirit.
yeah. Well, I mean, I learned from Dunkirk, you know. I've read all the stories.
Yeah, quite. Well, I hope it goes well for you. I hope it takes off. It'll be a very interesting platform.
It'll be, like I said, it'll be a totally different platform to this because it won't be a poetry platform. I mean, I wouldn't turn somebody down if they want to read a poem, but it's not for that purpose. It's for getting things off your mind. That's exactly it. I'm not offering medical help or skills or anything like that. So that's my disclaimer done already. So pre-disclaimed. I'm not offering anything like that. It's just to help people. If you've got something in mind, get it off your mind. It's keeping you up all night. Say it out. Once another set of ears hear it, you know you've said it. You're not talking to yourself with that one-way argument of thinking what people might be saying or not saying. When you say it, it gives the other person the opportunity to say what they've got to say. And it opens up a whole new world. So I'm just hoping somebody gets involved. And I won't know what I'm going to be doing until it actually happens.
Putting your neck on the line, huh?
Why not? 'Cause I've only got one neck.
Yeah, yeah, this is very true.
I don't want to end up like that guy in the English history that got killed. He ran the country for a while. I can't think of his name now. He got a big statue of him in Warrington. And he was dead 100 years or so when they dug him back up to draw and quarter him. No, what? You dig someone back up, hang them and draw them and quarter them. It's only bound. You know, 100 years later, what they done it.
Yeah.
Wow. What? I mean, we have a way of talking about how we live today. Good God Almighty, the way they lived in that day.
Awful.
Absolutely.
Awful.
Horrific.
Think of Henry VIII and how many heads he chopped off. You know, just him alone.
Well, I mean, there's a guy who gets 8 wives, Or was it 6 wives? And chops off
Yeah.
4 heads or something. Wow. I ain't marrying him.
Everybody in his parliament, you know, but I think he chopped off a head every
Yeah.
day just about in his life. Amazing.
Off with his head. Off with his head.
Just off with it.
Yeah. Get rid of it. Good God Almighty.
I think Alexandra's asking a question. What were those initials that I said? Was it BKH or
KF.
BK,
It was
BKF?
like the big
Right,
giant friendly instead of the big friendly giant.
right. Okay. She's just asking our message here, so
Yeah.
just
It was
tell her.
oh God, yeah, it was BGF.
Was it? I can look it up on my computer, and I've got
Yeah.
it. It's just shut down, but I'll just have a quick look to check that. Hang on a second, if I can find it. It was BKF.
BKF.
BKF, Alexandra. Yeah.
Oh,
So there you go. But I
I'm
don't
gonna
know. As I
have to,
say, I
I'm gonna
don't.
have to go looking for that poem now and find out what his actual name was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote it down,
Sorry,
Christian. I honestly wrote it down before
sorry,
I
I
said
wasn't able. I don't have it, so I can only use BKF, and then if the person wants to get in touch with you, they will. I think.
that's what I'm saying.
You
When
know.
I write the poems I'm sending to you, before I copy and paste them into the email, I always write down the name of the person, hopefully where they're from. I didn't do it with that one.
You may have done that, John, because I always copy and paste them into a Word document so that I can have them in front of my eyes to read. I kind of
Yes.
organise them so that I can just read them for myself to give me the security of reading. So I may just have missed it off the email. Of course, I've deleted the email now, so that's probably my mistake as well, you know, for which I apologise to the author.
We don't make mistakes. No, we don't make mistakes.
I certainly do.
You're
Plenty of
talking,
them every single day.
you must sit there sometimes, Christine, when you get an email from me and think to yourself, do I really want to open this? I know there's something missing.
No, yeah, I'm sure you did include it, John. It's probably my end, as I say, but anyway.
I sent the email and then I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I can't find it again. And I'm waiting for an email to come back from you to say to me, John, you've not done the attachment.
Well, I did send you one to say, send me the poem first if you want me to read
Can you
it.
send me the
There's not
poem?
much point in reading
That's
the
all.
email.
Didn't I send it? No. And I did find, do you know where I found that email? That was the Olivia York email, yeah? Do you know where I found the email? In my archive.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So I archived an email that I needed out to be instant open.
Yeah.
And trying to
Sometimes
find
they land in junk as well. They land in junk mail sometimes for
yeah.
some strange reason. I don't know why. But
It's a good job I'm not that technical. I'd find it straight away.
I don't even look, so oh dear.
Oh my God.
But do our best.
So you back tomorrow or you back Tuesday at school?
I'm back on Tuesday at school.
Back on
Yes.
Tuesday, yeah?
Yes.
What do you teach,
Monday.
Christine?
I teach singing. I'm a singing
Singing.
teacher.
Yes?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm head of department in one of the 12 music schools in Berlin. I'm head of music theatre, musicals, dance and movement. So I run the whole department.
Don't say too much.
I forgot.
I
forgot, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll repeat it next week.
Hey?
We'll repeat it next week then, okay?
Oh no, we'll go deeper into it, Christine. No. We'll go deeper.
Okay. No problem.
Oh, Christine, thank you for a wonderful evening. You're an absolute angel. You're
Welcome.
a gem.
It's my pleasure, John.
My saviour. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you managed to get the show going tonight, even though it was late.
I was a nervous wreck. I really and truly was. Like, I hate, and I wouldn't mind. Jack said to me the other night, just going to the gymnasium, Dad, what if you couldn't do a show? What would you do? And I thought, oh my God, my world is collapsing here in front of me now. I've gotten so used to Sunday has become the day, yeah? And I said to him, I don't know. But as we walked, we went to the gym, we done a little bit of training, and on the way back, he repeated his question. And I said to him, what I would actually do, as I said, if I couldn't get my actual data up and running, I said, in a Wi-Fi hotspot, I'd actually walk to McDonald's, to be honest. Get a Wi-Fi hotspot. I said, and I would either contact Christine or Tracy or somebody and give them my link into Facebook with the password to open the show and let the show go on. I won't be able to be present myself, but at least the show can go on because you will already have some work yourself, yeah, on the thing. So if one of you open the show up on my page, yeah, it would still
You're assuming,
everybody.
John. You're assuming, John, that I would know how to open it up. That's a big issue. I may not. I mean, tonight, normally, when you come on live, I normally see on my news feed a little round ring. John is live, but tonight that didn't happen either. Somehow I found you
That's the
somewhere
same
else.
as
I
what
can't remember, but
when I opened the link first,
right. Okay.
after that message from you to say to me, try now type of thing, yeah?
Yeah.
When I done that, when I opened the show first, there was nothing. There was no you on one
Yeah.
side, there was no messages coming in. So after 3 or 4 minutes, I thought there's something wrong here. And then it flashed up to me with a red warning message. Data low, or not data low, the signal was too low for the show to go on. So I could wait.
Yeah.
And I thought, no use waiting. Switch everything off, switch it all back on, and try again. And thank goodness it came back this time like this.
Yeah.
But I sweated,
Yeah.
Stephen, and I really and truly did. I suffered.
Yeah. I thought you would be suffering, but I actually messaged Tracy and she gave me the information that you were having trouble, so I was aware, you
I
know.
was outside a shop on site called Pagazzi. Beautiful lighting place in Millers. It's an absolutely wonderful place. It's a lovely, lovely shop to just walk in around. Lovely, lovely place. And they have the Wi-Fi and it's open. Yeah. So that was my Wi-Fi hotspot. So I could communicate with you and Tracy.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't.
I've heard the word
I tried to run the show on it, Christine, but it actually told me I couldn't run the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got one of those little triangular yellow things with a thing in the middle. Yeah.
I mean, I have heard of a hotspot, but I haven't the faintest idea how to use one, so never mind. At least you know how to do it, so that's the important thing.
I only know how to do it for Messenger and Facebook. I don't know how to use it any other way. I have no idea how to use it any other way. Just for if I'm on Facebook or it's only from being in the restaurants and the cafes in town.
Yeah.
When you're sitting
that you
there.
found out how to do it.
Yeah. So I found the hotspot.
Yeah. You've got the hotspot.
I've got the hotspot now. It's just outside the door.
Wonderful.
You're magic. Thanks a million again. And you
You're
know
very
what?
welcome.
Thanks so much for reading Eternal Lock for me. Wow.
I loved it. I loved it. Really did. Beautiful poem.
Thank you so
Lovely, romantic work. Very romantic.
Look.
Go on, have a sizzle. Have a sizzle at my expense.
God, I'm blushing. Look, I'm like a tomato now. My God Almighty! Wow.
You can sizzle at my expense. You're very welcome.
I will sizzle. I will absolutely sizzle. Christine, have a lovely evening, and thanks for bringing us those beautiful words. And I'll see you
You're very welcome.
on Sunday. And next week, Christine,
See you next week.
you're a guest.
Oh dear.
You're in the review seat next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to bore you all to death.
Brilliant. Because you're not going to bore us at all. You're quite intriguing. And I'll have to speak to you during the week now on Messenger so I can get some pointers of where we're going with the conversation, yeah?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
Christine,
Okay. Love everybody and nice to be with you all again.
Please, God.
Take care.
Bye-bye, Chris. See you soon.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Christine Barker, again bringing some absolutely beautiful poetry to us. No notification, Alexandra. Let me see. You've still no camera in front of you. Alexandra, I get very confused with these things. I really truly do. And yeah, I can see you there in front of me. And I can't get you in with me into the show because your camera doesn't turn up. Does anybody want to come in for a few minutes and have a little chat? Send me a request to join in the show. While I'm sitting here though, our little quote for this week. Charlotte, if you can tell the crowd, how are we looking for next week for your second reading in the bookstore. I know you said not enough signed up last night. You told me earlier on. I mean, we don't ever take the first thing as the real thing. People that learn about the first that you've done last night, or was it Friday night, and it'll come together then for the next weeks and the weeks to follow. People have to get to know about these things, and they will, because it happened in reality. Quote for the week ahead, Mark Twain. Kindness is the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Guys, just be kind to each other. It takes the same amount of energy as it does to be unkind. Do something good. Kindness. Marna, how are you, my dear? I'm going to go back through some names now and say hello to some people that I've missed all the way through. Absolutely, if I can find them now. Oh God, there's too many. Oh my God. I'm sorry I didn't get everybody's love poetry in to the show for this week. I really and truly am. I would have loved to get everybody right through here. But there was that much. The boxes were inundated. Oh, Charlotte, that's a lovely compliment you've made earlier on. We need more of these. And you know, Charlotte, we are going to have more of these as the week goes through. And again for next weekend. There's some beautiful poetry there tonight. And I love how Christine brings the emotion to the poetry for us. She gives everything to us in these poems, and I love the feel. I love to sit and listen to every word. And I swallow. Fandita Darney, how are you, my dear? Lovely to see you in. And you have that feeling and the imagery and it's the way she pronounces and she pauses. No, it's not going to happen, guys. I'll never be that good. I'm sorry. But I'll always give it my best all the same. That Twain quote is absolutely lovely. I love that Twain quote. I got that from a lad, David Williams, who unfortunately resigned from our job over the last 2 weeks. Sad to see Dave gone. He was me morning buddy on this job. And Dave texted me the other morning and said to me, if you need a quote for the weekend, I'm going to give you a quote. And he gave me Mark Twain over the phone. And guys, just like Marna and just like Dave, why don't you send me a quote if you've got a quote and you'd like it read out on the show? Something that might just grip you. And it will be more than welcome by everybody. Everybody loves the quote. The quote is just a beautiful thing. It just gives us a little bit of understanding of each other and of life in itself. It can be a life quote, it can be a love quote, it can be any kind of quote. There's no limits on what the quote will say. I've only got that one poem this week, the one I've read from Alien, and Delighted Alien actually enjoyed it. And there we've had the ones from Christine. It's not a long show this week. That'll give you all a break, I'm sure. Barb Fout, how are you? It's lovely to see you. Barb tells us she loves to sit and listen to people's poetry. She loves poetry. I'm glad you do. And I'm delighted you come in to listen to it today, Barb. But there's been some beautiful poetry through there. I really enjoyed. I'm not saying I've got favourites or anything else, but I really enjoyed Christine's own poem. I love when Christine brings a poem because you know you're going to get something nice and deep and something to chew on. A poem, when you've read a poem, should play back in your mind for a while after you've read it. You should be able to remember it tomorrow or some part of it. That's a poem. That's a real poem. That's poetry speaking. And I mean, the poets, when they speak the words from their head onto the page, wow. Marna, please do send me the quote when you got it. You send it to me anytime. You know what, Marna? You could actually put a quote up here on the front page and tell everybody the quote. What do you think? Go on, give it a go. Type it up for us. Yeah? Type it up there. Now, back to Thursday. I'm looking forward to doing Thursday show, actually, because it'll be an outdoor show. It won't be the Dear John show, of course, like I've said. It'll be a show outdoors for what's on your mind. I'm very good, Barb Falk. Thank you very much. I hope you are well. It'll be an outdoor show. I won't be recording that one indoors, or I won't be going live indoors and that one. I want to do outdoors, hopefully. Yes, Marna, if you'd like to put it up now, brilliant. We'd love to have another quote for the week ahead. Absolutely love to have one. I've just had a lady's face go up. I think it was, nah, too small. I didn't say. I think it might have been Delyn Lawson. I hope it was. Hello, Delyn. Lovely to see you in. It is Delyn. Yeah. Tom Miller. Hello, Tom Miller. Peekaboo. How are you? You on shift again? Good God, lad. Good God. Go on, Marna. Let us see your quote. We have a quote coming in from Marna. Marna's given us some beautiful quotes over the last couple of weeks, mind you. Honesty is the value that builds trust, both in others and yourself. Hello, Joan Burke, and I'm delighted you did get in. I'm absolutely delighted you get in. Listen, there's a lot of love poetry there for you, girl, for later on, when you break out the Maltesers and stuff. I'm going to break out my Maltesers when I get in. I can't get any. Just go home, Tom. Good lad. Good lad. You did, and I've just read it, Marna, to the crowd. I'll read it one more time. Honesty is the value that builds trust, both in others and in yourself. And that is so true. And we see how trust breaks down multiple times. Absolutely multiple times. Trust breaks down because the honesty starts to taper that little bit. There's either something added on or something taken out, or something's not right. I knew you'd love that, Joan Burke. I knew you'd love that. You haven't been work, Tom. I'm on my break now at the minute. Almost finished my break, actually. I wouldn't mind. The gaffer was here at 4 o'clock as well. I knew you'd like that quote, Charlotte. I absolutely knew you'd love that quote. Marna does a quote practically per day, she was telling me. And that's why I love talking to you guys. Every one of you have something that's so different to each other and yet the same, because every piece of it is sharing and shareable, and it's free and it's embracing. I love it. Tom, need to get you the Specsavers. It's purple, blue. Need to get you the Specsavers, mate. It's okay. I think I'm back off on Thursday. I'll come and pick you up and bring you around. Specsavers, lad. 2 quotes a day, Marna. Wow. Good God Almighty. We're going to have to build up an array of quotes. If you write a load of quotes down for the 4 weeks and do 2 quotes for each week, I'd have 8 quotes in hand for each show that comes up, Marna. If you want to do that, send it to me a messenger so I can keep it. I know it looks blue on here, Tom, but it looks purple on here to me. I'm looking at the camera. Oh, God. I don't know, lad. What was the colour of that car that knocked the bike down? I think you got it wrong, lad. What's your quote, Tom? And leave. Yeah, go on. I'll take a chance. I'll risk it. Go on, Tom. Tell us your quote. Oh, God. He's on Google. He's Googling the quote. I don't believe this. Really and truly don't believe this. Thank you very much, Charlotte. I'm glad you noticed that. The door is blue. Self-doubt is the graveyard of ambition. I like that one, actually. That's a good quote, Tom. I like that one. A quote? I have a quote wall in my bedroom. Ah, John, that's a lovely thing to say. It matches me eyes. Wow. I'm glad you can see me eyes. I can't even see them when I'm wearing glasses. Oh, thank you, Barb. Do you know, I like this colour. I was asked last night, what is your favourite colour? I don't have a favourite colour. But if I had three favourite colours, for instance, I love yellow, daffodil style. I love red, and I love purple. Purple is my colour. That would be my main one, would be purple. Now, you can't use names, Tom. You'll get me sued. Stop putting names in. We'll ignore that one. We'll let that one disappear. God almighty, you'll get me done, you. Do you actually put quotes on the wall each day, Marna? I take it that's what you mean. You put quotes on the wall each day, so you build a wall of quotes. Yes? That's what I take it to be. Well, during the week, I'm going to gather up some more love poetry for next week's show. And if I get the chance, I'm not making any promises. If I get the chance, I know I can't have Christine with me on the weeknights. But if I get the chance, on Wednesday evening, I will come on and do a live special for the Valentine's night. And I will read 4 poems. So the first 4 poems to reach me in Messenger or in email. No, it's okay, Tom. Nobody has to apologise in this show, my man. Nobody. Not at all. The what you may call it. But 4 poems. The first 4 poems into me concerning Valentine's, a love poem. It doesn't have to mention my Valentine, my Valentine, my Valentine. But first 4 love poems on Wednesday, rather. To reach me for Wednesday, I will try my heart out to put a show on Wednesday evening. Before I finish work, I will take my break and I will do a live show. Oh, Joan, I'm glad you're glad with that. Well, I start my first shadow work on my care job, my new care job. I go as a shadow, starting next Friday and Saturday. I've got 2 shadows that I'm going to do. I'm going to be shadowing 2 different experienced carers. And I'm looking so forward to actually being out there in the field. I've wondered for these people for years, carers. And I met a lady who said to me, who cares for the carers? And that's a very good question. Because she'd been a carer for years and is ill herself now. So who cares for the carer? Carers break down as well. I'm looking forward to the interaction. I'm looking forward to whatever I can do that they cannot do for themselves. I want to know that I've done something in my life that has been for somebody, not for me. This isn't for me to feel great about myself. This is for me to say, thank God I could help somebody who was less fortunate than myself. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Janice. You know, after speaking to you, Christine, and you haven't been in there, I've totally made my mind up. And I thought of this a few years ago, if I ever got into care work. And I know from my own person, within myself, and I was talking to one of my workmates last night on the way back from Manchester, and I got picked up. I want to go into palliative care. I want to be somebody, what we will call, because I speak this total language, who is a spirit buddy, who is a soul buddy, who is the soulmate that helps the soul start off its journey to its destination. That's what I want to be. I want to be somebody that can be confided in, and that I can be somebody that can feel what this person may be feeling and help them in the easiest way possible to start their journey onto the next stage of whatever spirituality brings. I'm looking really forward. I said to Sandra last night, there's a change taking place in my life. I've got no idea what it is. I haven't got a clue. But all I know is every time I think of it, I get a warm, burning feeling inside of contentment. And it's the only way I can describe it, of contentment. I feel content. I've run around for the last 20 years like a headless chicken. It's now time to be more structured. Maybe I'm just getting old, I don't know. God, I hate admitting that at times. But yeah, maybe I'm just getting old. But I really want to know that I've done something or I'm trying to do something. I mean, my day may come, and God knows what day that will be. It doesn't come numbered when you get born. Nobody says how you're going to end up or how it's going to be on the way through. So I'm just hoping I have something to offer, and I hope what I offer is good for the person that's receiving. I'm not looking for anything from it, just to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, you're absolutely a wonderful crowd. I love coming here every Sunday. I absolutely love coming here every Sunday. And thank you all for the poems that have been sent in and for your permissions to allow us to read your poetry. Sorry guys, I was distracted by Christine's message for Jax. That's all. I love the way you promote our show, Christine. You've got a great way with words, girl. Love it. But I look so forward to coming here on Sundays, and this is my great day out. And to link up with such beautiful, wonderful people makes my week well worth the time that the Lord has invested in it, really and truly. I'm looking forward to our poetry for next week, but most of all, I'm looking forward to Wednesday night to do an extra show because I just love being among the crowd that is here. You guys have built one absolutely beautiful community. It's been very nice seeing you too, Alexandra. And again, I love keeping up with your poetry when you send me the poems. I'm just in love with your poetry, woman. Absolutely in love with your poetry. I love the way it speaks. And I would love to be able to sort out getting you on the show so you could read one or two of these poems to our community and keep that community. The community spirit here is just unbelievable. I just love it. Ed Clinton, thanks again for joining me this week, and Joan Burke and Janice Fisher and Myrna. Thank you all. Christine, I can't thank you enough for what you do for us here in this community. Thank you so much for the poems that you read for us. And the poets, I know, are absolutely delighted when they actually listen to you having read their poems. Good night, God bless everybody. Whoever, wherever your God is, may he walk with you, may she walk with you, may you all walk together. Love each other, spread the love. There's no need for hatred in this world. And whoever has it out there are welcome to it. Have a great night, everybody. Oh, Charlotte, thank you so much. And yes, I say again, many, many thanks to everyone who joined in. Tracy Woodhead, you've been a star again this week. And you too, Charlotte. You two do such a wonderful job of communicating with the people on the front of this show that I can't get to. It keeps the whole community buzzing with themselves. And again, we've had new members in this week, as well as our regular community. So everybody that comes in as a new member becomes a member of our community. And everybody, no matter colour, creed, anything else about them, you are all welcome in our community. Come join us on the Dear John Show every Sunday live at 5 p.m. And if you can, come in this Wednesday. It'll be a little later than 5 p.m. I'll let you know during the week. But I will put one on, and it'll be probably about 7 o'clock. Everybody, John Burke, good night and God bless you too, darling. And thanks for being here. Marna, thank you for that compliment. Great show. You guys make it a great show. You're the attendants. Have a wonderful week ahead, everybody. And I will see you all here next on Wednesday for the real Valentine's special. Remember, first 4 poems to arrive, whether in an email or in the box, will be the 4 poems selected for this show. If I can do more, I will. It'll be an hour to kill. Have a great night, everybody. Love yous to bits. Take it easy.